been thinking a lot lately about comfort zones. And, we hear all these statements, we hear all these sayings, step out of your comfort zone. Nothing great ever came from staying in your comfort zone. And you have to blast through your comfort zone. And a lot of times people are afraid to do that because when they think of stepping out of their comfort zone, they think of stepping into something that's scary. They think of stepping into something that's unfamiliar. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to expect. And it's a scary thing to step out of their comfort zone. And when we think of it that way, it kind of makes us feel like our comfort zone is this warm, cozy, fuzzy place where we're loved and protected and all of these things. We're comfortable in our comfort zone, right? But I want us to think about this differently. So think about your comfort zone being a place where you're just familiar. You know exactly what's going to happen. You know everyone there. You know what to expect. It could be your job. It could be a relationship. It could be a friendship. And it's familiar. But familiar doesn't necessarily equal comfortable. So you could be in a comfort zone that's not comfortable, but it's familiar. Let's say it's your job and you've been working your job for, a length of time, 10, 15, 20 years. You get up every day, you go to work, you take the same route to work, you go sit at your desk or, whatever it is that you do. You do your work, you go take lunch, you come back, maybe you take a break, you come back, you go back to work, you do what you do, you leave work at the same time every day. And nothing crazy happens, nothing crazy happens, but also nothing phenomenal happens, nothing amazing happens, nothing life-changing happens. It's familiar, it's your routine, it's your comfort zone. And you might have a knowing or a longing within you to do something more, to do something else, to do something different, to do something more exciting. You may feel like, oh, I'm supposed to be an entrepreneur. I have this idea for this business and I want to really get it going. But you stay in your comfort zone. And the job that you're in, your comfort zone, like I said, it's not necessarily comfortable, but it's familiar. It's uncomfortable because you know that there's something more. It's uncomfortable because you know that there's more for you to do. You know that there's a longing within you to do something else, but you stay because it's comfortable. And so the idea of breaking out of your comfort zone is scary because it means you're going to step into something that's unfamiliar. You're going to step out of your comfort zone, out of your familiar place, into something that is unfamiliar, outside of your comfort zone. Listen, if I'm going to be uncomfortable, I'd rather be uncomfortable stepping out of my comfort zone and jumping towards something that I have a deep passion for than to stay in my comfort zone and still be uncomfortable, knowing that there's more for me, knowing that there's something else, something more that I want to do, knowing that this is just not the right situation for me anymore. So think about your comfort zones. What comfort zones do you have in your life? Whether it's your job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, what comfort zones do you have in your life where you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this can't be it? There's more. There has to be more. This is not where I'm meant to be. I'm uncomfortable here. There's something else that I want to do. There's somewhere else I want to go. There's something else that I want to experience. And you're not doing it because you don't want to step out of your routine. You don't want to step out of what's familiar. Find those areas in your life. And like I said, if I'm going to be uncomfortable, I'd rather be uncomfortable going towards something that I want for my life, pursuing a passion or pursuing better for my life, than to be uncomfortable inside my comfort zone just because it's familiar. Think about your comfort zones differently. They're not necessarily warm, fuzzy, cozy places. Your comfort zone is not necessarily comfortable. It's just familiar. And if you take a moment and figure out what's familiar and what you want to change about your life, then you can step out of your familiar into your unfamiliar. And your unfamiliar might actually end up being more comfortable than your familiar, than your comfort zone. It might actually end up feeding you more. Actually, it definitely will feed you more because you know you're going towards something better. So think about your comfort zones. Think about them. Think about the places or the things or the situations in your life that you only stay in because they are familiar. You know what's going to happen. You can tolerate it. But if you're not moving forward, if you're not pursuing passion, if you're not pursuing purpose, if you know that there's more, then you gotta step out of that comfort zone. You gotta step out of the uncomfortable comfort zone into the uncomfortable, unfamiliar thing that might propel your life forward. So think about that. I challenge you to challenge your comfort zone and actually ask yourself, is this actually comfort zone? Is this actually comfortable, or is it just familiar? Am I just tolerating it because I know exactly what's going to happen? Maybe it's time to make a change. Maybe it's time to make a change. Happy Friday. That's what I have for you this week. As always, fear is stupid. Get out in the world. Get out of your comfort zone. Live, love, go, do, be. And I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.